Hello peoples and welcome to today's episode of Worldbox. Today we're going to be starting a new map series here, and this is going to be called Bracket. As you can see, we have a bracket map in front of us that yours truly made. I'm very proud of this map. I think it's very clean. And just like in sports, we're going to be putting 8 different kingdoms into this bracket, and they're going to fight it out to see who is the best kingdom. And then at the end, we will inevitably torture them, as we always do. This is going to be a multi-part series just like the last one, so make sure you stay tuned each day to see what happens next. We'll get to the names in just a moment, but big thanks to the people who gave us kingdom names for this series. If you want to have your kingdom or village name featured in the next Worldbox series, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below and we will add those accordingly. A warning though, I record these series in bulk, so this series could be anywhere from 3 to 5 episodes long, and I won't be able to implement anything you comment about this series into this series. Last series, you guys were like, do this in the next episode. I'm like, I can't. I recorded them all already. But if you have ideas, you can put them in the comments below and I will add them into the next series, if it's a good idea. I'm also very excited today because we have the new update for Worldbox. This update's added a lot of cool new features that I'll be going over in this episode. But without further ado, let me put down our first starting humans and I will go through and name them. Okay, so I have placed down the 8 starting kingdoms, and each kingdom has started off with 5 people. So I'm going to leave it on play while I explain the cultures here, because the cultures are part of the new update. Now, as you can see, this little icon is new and we've got lots of new stuff down here. Ooh, exciting. Right now I have the village layer showing, so this will show all of the different villages throughout the map. But if you don't want to see all of the villages and you just want to see how each kingdom is doing, you can click this and it will show all of the kingdom's territories. Finally, we have this layer right here, which is important because it's part of the new update, and it's the culture layer. Now, as you can see, that changes the names and everything because we have our kingdoms here and then here's our cultures. Cultures originate from different kingdoms, and if we go in and click on one, we can see that these people are researching this little tent thing. Now, what that is housing 1. So right now they'll have little tents down here, or eventually they will. But once they get housing 1, they can make better houses, which I assume gives their colony a perk, like more people or something like that. The more people that are part of a culture and the smarter those people are, the faster that research will go and the advantages that they can gain over their enemies. Because while they're researching houses right now, eventually they can research things like weapons and mining so that they can make better weapons and different things like that. There's also new things like watchtowers and all kinds of cool stuff that we're going to get to see throughout this playthrough, hopefully. Who knows though, maybe the Milky Bois will... Oh, I didn't even tell you guys about the names. Fact. Here I go talking about cultures and nonsense, and I didn't even tell you guys who's in the feckin' game. Alright, so to start off, we've got the No tribe. I don't know what this person's deal was, but they kept telling me no, and then they said No tribe, and I'm like, you know what, feck it, let's put them in the game. That said, I hope they do terrible, because no is a negative word, and I'm a positive fella. Next, we have Bread Imperium. Yes, they're back. I'm giving them a second chance. I'm not excited about it, but I like them better than the No tribe at the very least. Above them, we have the Bill Nye Alliance, because in the comments of last series, somebody said we need Bill to eat the bread, and you know what? I agree with that. So Bill Nye is going to eat the Bread Imperium today. They're going to be sworn enemies, and it's going to be great. Above them, we have Kvatch, which I know literally nothing about, but somebody said it's an Oblivion reference, so there we go. In the bottom left, we have Inevitable Death, which you requested would be a village in Bread Imperium, but I couldn't do that in the last series because, like I said, I pre-recorded. So here we have them in this series, and they're their own kingdom. Above them, we have the Milky Bois. I went into the Discord and asked for some kingdom names because we didn't have enough in the comments of last series, and she said Milky Bois. They are by far my favorite, and not to mention in the lead right now, so that's fantastic. I will be rooting for them hardcore, although rest assured I will not use god powers to favor them. The only time I will use god powers is to murder people at the end. Above them, we have the Sleepytime Sailors, which was recommended by Westbot, and I don't know why, but there we go. And last but not least, we have the Foundation, which is kind of a badass name, and I'm somewhat scared of them. But don't worry, Milky Bois are big and strong because they drink lots of chalky milk. They can handle anything. Now that I have explained everything along with the cultures, we will just go into ×5 speed, and I will let you guys know if anything develops. Now, as you can see with this new update, they had the little houses or the tents here, and now that these guys have unlocked the housing research, whatever it's called, they have big houses. So the kingdom's villages will change as their culture improves, which I think is really awesome. You can see the same thing with the armies. Whenever they raise armies, they'll all start off with sticks. But once they research things like swords, they'll start making stone swords and wood swords, and then they'll get mining and they'll make like copper swords. It's really cool. And then they get armor, and it shows like the armor on the little guys. So much detail went into this game. I really love the developer. And oh, Alabama, I gotta change that one. It's too close to my home state to not be Alabama. But it's part of the No tribe, and that's gross. All right, we've got 4 of the 8 kingdoms making their first, well, their first second village. Yes, and there's a 5th. We got Foe up there. I pity the Foe who is part of the Bread Imperium. Now we're up to 6 second villages, and as you can see, they're progressing through the bracket. So they start in stage 1, and now they are in stage 2. And this is where we can start to see some war, because now they are in the same little square as each other, and once they start bumping borders, start touching tips, if you will, they'll go to war with each other and start murdering one another with sticks. Milky Boys, make your second colony. We don't got all day. Loof was taking all the room. We're literally the last ones to make our second colony. I am ashamed to be part of Milky Boys right now. There we go. Oh my god, what the fuck? They went all the way to the middle. All right, I guess that's one. 69. Let's go, bro. Aw. Oh my gosh, Kavach made lies. I'm gonna name this one Chalky because it's part of the Milky Bros. It's kind of hot. Taking a look at our kingdoms, Inevitable Death is in first place, followed by Kavach, No Tribe, Bill Nye Alliance, Bread Imperium, The Foundation, Milky Bros, and Sleepytime Sailors. Me and Westbot are sucking the taint of Worldbox right now because we're in last place, and that's sad. Maybe I can go north and like curb stomp Westbot real fast and take all of his land, and then we'll be in the clear, you know? Uh-oh, No Tribe has declared war on Bread Imperium. Gotta go into ×1 speed here. There's too much going on. So as you can see, they got their little armies, and they're fighting with sticks. It's better than using your hands, I guess. But I think that No Tribe's got this in the bag because they've got 3, well, no, they both have 3 this is pretty even. The Bread Imperium dudes are just kind of walking into their village right now with like no resistance. Oh, here's their army down here. There's like little fights going on. It's not a big one. And the Foundation has declared war on Inevitable Death. Wow, that's a long ways to go. That'll be interesting to see if they actually fight each other. But for right now, we're fighting down here. Oh, they set their village on fire. Hey, that's my home state. F off. Sorry, I get a little bit heated when people mess with my home state.
Yeah, roll tide. Don't mess with Alabama, okay?
That was country. You might not understand that. It's only for people who live in Alabama. Looks like Inevitable Death is in fact sending their little army, although it's just one guy. But he's going to fight because he's brave. Oh, here come a bunch of armies. Oh, why is another one? I can't keep up with this. Looks like up here, Bill Nye Alliance and Kavach are at war with each other, and they're taking each other's villages. Let's take a look at the cultures. So we got the Inevitable Death culture right here, and they just have weapon production, which is why they have sticks, and they're researching swords, while the people that they're fighting against are pretty similar. And then these things here are like culture conversion and culture spread. So culture can spread to different parts of the world if it becomes like a better culture, which can be good or bad for people. It just kind of depends on the situation. The No Tribe culture is the exact same, and the Bread Imperium is not the exact same because instead of the culture spread, they research sharp axes, which means increased wood cutting production. Bill Nye Alliance is in the same boat as them. They have the wood cutting production. And lastly, Kavach's culture is pretty similar to everybody else's culture. They got the conversion and whatever. I just want to point out that their culture name is Toastpab. I think that the Milky Boys are going strong here because they're not fighting any wars yet. So everybody else is just murdering each other, and we're just biding our time before we swoop in and feck everyone up. It's called strategy. There's a lot of killing going on in the middle of the map right now. Looks like the Foundation's armies are doing the best though. They have 2 armies and they've got more people. They've fought like 3 countries and won every fight. Although here's a big army coming from Sleepytime Sailors. Westbot, what you feckin' doing in my territory? How about you feck off, fecker? I hope this means next time we're going to war with Westbot, because that would be an awesome fight. Oh yeah, there we go. 3rd village. Let's feckin' go. That said, it's time to end this episode. There's a lot of stuff going on that I have to keep up with. That's gonna slowly change as the series goes on because there's gonna be less and less countries. Here's one last look at the leaderboard before I end the episode. Make sure you tell us who you think is going to win the entire series in the comments below. And if it's not the Milky Boys, then you might be wrong. With that said, thank you for being here today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for all of the support on the Worldbox series that we did before. That was amazing, and I really like playing this game, so I hope you guys continue to enjoy my videos. I love all of you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, I got my cat.